these string of pearls that I rooted not too long ago. It's been maybe a week, 10 days. The ones that I rooted with the pea down under water. Let me see if I can show you. Those strands you see are way, way long roots. In fact, I should get them out of there and get them planted in water as soon as possible. I'm sorry, in soil. This one, you can see those long strands. They just came out from under where the pearls are and have created a lot of roots. Here's this little one. Let me pull him out to the front. Look at this one. All of those long strands with the pearl under the water. Lots of roots. Now the ones without, with just lying on the soil, they still appear to be fine, but I don't see any roots growing from them. Here, let me swivel. They're doing fine, but I don't see any kind of root growth. Not like the ones in water are. So, if you want to propagate your pearls, put the pearls in the water, pearls and all. This particular bottle is the one where I pulled the pearls off the stem. And they have quite a few strands, but not as much as the pearls with. But these are all ready to transplant. So I'm going to do that. Okay, it's time to get these all planted up. And what I've decided to plant them in is these head vases that I got at Marshall's a few months ago. I had put them away and basically forgot about them. They're about, I don't know, 10, 11 inches tall, and they really have a deep, vase portion inside. Now, I only paid $7.99 for them, and I'm assuming they are cement because they're very, very heavy and smooth, but have that stone-like texture and everything. But I thought they were real pretty, and I decided to go ahead and get that set. Wasn't real sure what I was going to put in them, but then all of a sudden, when I was ready to plan out the string of pearls, I thought these are going to be perfect because the string of pearls would look like hair growing from these ladies' heads. So that's what I'm planning on doing. Now, they do not, I'm going to show you a view of the interior. It may or not be visible, but they do not have a hole in them. It goes way down and even has a little indentation, but no hole in the bottom. Now this is just to kind of give you an idea of the size. It's like 2 and maybe more of the size of a regular seed packet. So 10 to 12 inches. But they seem to be the perfect size for my string of pearls. Now, there's a view down into the cavern, so you can see it's pretty big. So I've just got the masonry bit, drilled a hole in it, and I did find that it had a plastic coated interior because these little, the little chip that came out was kind of plastic coated. So maybe it is made so that you can put it inside. I mixed up regular soil, just the regular potting soil that you'd have for any of your houseplants, but I did add a whole lot of the poultry grit, so it would be very gritty and sandy because these things need to be very well drained. I did cut up screen. It ended up I had to do little squares, circles, smaller circles to get down in that little hole that was only about the size of a quarter as it turned out. Okay, we're all ready to get my string of pearls planted. And here's my head vase. And this is what I'm going to put the string of pearls in, because I think it'll really make nice hair to come out. Now I've already mixed the soil with a lot of poultry grit, but it's just regular potting soil. 2 of them, as I showed you earlier, and they're both going to have a portion of it. Now, the way I'm going to do this, since I have some root cuttings that have a lot of sprouts, you saw those earlier in the video, what I'm going to do is go ahead and put these on the rims, the outer rims, since we've got a lot of roots in there. That way we'll have the dangling hair already. But see, there's 3 little pots of them. Here's another pot. Lots and lots of roots. Hopefully that's showing up, but if you don't see that, you can see it earlier in the video. Now, what I'm going to do is after I put the roots in the ground, these ones that I rooted on soil, I can't see any roots on the surface yet. So I'm going to put these right in the surface of the top after I bury the roots from these, because that's about 10 days worth of roots. Very, very much better rooted in water than in soil. Okay, so here we go. Let me move everything. Okay, let's start with this one. Let's see, where's it going to be the best visual? I guess it's going to be right there. Okay, I'm going to take this one with all of its roots, and what I'll do, now you can probably see the roots a lot easier here. You can see I got a nice root base. So I'm going to take these, and using my poker, I'm just going to try and bury those roots down in here. I'll just kind of spread a little bit. Oops. I hope I'm not manhandling them too bad. I'm just burying the roots there. And then I'm going to take a portion out of this bottle. Let me see how many. Now, these are the ones that the peas are down under, the pearls, and they rooted really, really well. You can see where the roots just came out of the peas underwater too. I keep calling them peas, they're pearls, but okay, I'm going to lay that down. Then I'm going to put this hunk of roots and pearls and all, and just bury it. I think I'll put those to come out this side of her face. Oops. There. Now, I'll just make sure I get the roots underground, not very deeply, but this one right here can use a little bit. Now, so I've got those buried, and now these pots, little tiny pots that were just lying on the top of the soil, I'm just going to put them right in the top of the soil here to see how well they'll root. And I can see, you probably won't be able to see, but there is a tiny, tiny little bit of growth in the ends. So I don't see roots, but I see a tiny bit of growth. But you can see the pearls are pretty withered where they dry up. So I'm going to hope to avoid that. Okay. Now here comes the circle. I'm just going to press that in. I may sprinkle a little bit of my sand and top dressing to kind of anchor those down. I'll look and see if I have any florist pins that I could put in the top to try to help anchor it down. This should work. Just enough so that they have to push themselves back out of the surface once they develop some roots. But that's how I've put this one in. And I'm just going to do the same to the other one. So let me do that one. Okay. I have extra little pieces that have fallen off. I'm just going to lay those down in the top so that they can also root. And any of the little tiny pearls that fell off, I'm not sure if one of the pearls would root or not. I've got a little Hypertufa here with pearls in it. I haven't seen any action in it yet, but I think they're doing okay. And now, these head vases, I'm just going to take this leftover water from where they rooted and go ahead and pour that into the top. And then just basically, I'd say for the first week, I'll just try to gently mist them to see what kind of reaction I get as they try to root. I think that should be enough for that one. Oh, he looks a little bit out of the ground, this little piece right here. Let me try to get him more into the dirt, into the soil, sorry. Let me put a little bit of extra soil on top. But hopefully this will all start peeping up through the soil, and I will have a really pretty collection of string of pearls in a head vase. So let me just put these together and let me show you how they look. I think they look pretty good. I've got a lot of that ring buried, but they were so dried out, I want them to pump back up and come back up through the surface. But overall, I think they're going to be really pretty. But thanks for joining me, and I'll give you an update later when these have grown a little bit more or otherwise, and we'll see what we have then. But hopefully these can go outside and really multiply. See you next video.